on Facebook. So I'm going live right now in both LinkedIn and Facebook. And again, this is a complete first try out of the gate. So bear with me while I provide you with some great information about communication and start opening a conversation about communication in general. So, with me for my company, Bright Fulcrum, I focus on what I call the three pillars of communication, and they are word choice, listening, and awareness. Those three things are present in every conversation that you have all day, every day, whether it's at work or at home or anywhere else, at the market. I mean, anywhere you are, you've got all three of those things at play. And I don't know about you, but before I learned about neurolinguistic programming, I was not very aware at all times, or even most of the times, about what I was communicating, what I was listening to from my communication partner, and what the whole scene was. And I want to talk a little bit about that today, about the awareness that we bring or don't bring to communication. Now, that can include things like body language, tone, um, facial expressions, a whole host of components that sort of make up the whole communication. So when you're talking to somebody, are they standing there like a stick and they're talking very monotone? Or are they lively and very moving and using their hands? That's telling you, that's adding to the conversation. Likewise, what you're bringing to the table is adding to your communication. I mean, would you go up to somebody and say, happy birthday, with your arms crossed and your furrowed brow? I don't think so. But again, if you did, that's something to be aware of. And even though that's a little bit of a silly example because not many people are going to do that, the fact of the matter is I don't have my microphone hooked in, I don't think. So I'm going to have to check on that for Restream. So bear with me. Again, I get to play around and mute the live stream. Boy, that was really good. But this is kind of fun, just getting messy with it and playing around. This is how we grow and learn things. So I'm going to have to check and see if my microphone is on. Hopefully it is. Otherwise, this is going to sound a little worse than it will in the future because that's something I'm going to focus on. However, let me finish my thought. When we're in a conversation, part of what's going on, a big part of it, is not just the words we're speaking or what we're hearing the other person say. It's also the totality of circumstances, which is a statement all my lawyer friends are going to love. It's everything that's going into the communication. And when we're able to communicate at a level where we've got all three going on at once, we're paying attention to all three levels, at least to a certain extent, that's where the clarity comes in. And that's the kind of thing that you can learn over time just by trying it on for size a little bit at a time. So one of the things that I wanted to leave you with today was kind of leave you with the idea is think about it going forward. What are you communicating with your body? What are you really saying? Is that eye roll slipping in when you don't want it to? I know I've had that happen to me in the past. The other thing to think about before I sign off is really this kind of awareness, this kind of communication with all three levels going on at the same time. It's kind of like emotional intelligence on steroids. And that's something that it will, for the business community, I know that's certainly a term of art that you've heard of many, many times, probably from your HR person, sometimes from the leadership council, might be from different places. But your emotional intelligence, that the listening and the talking and the awareness, that is really going to up your emotional intelligence as you are working with people throughout the day, the more you can be aware of that. So now I'm going to sign off. This is Barbara Jenks saying goodbye to you all. And I hope that you all have a really wonderful rest of your day. And I'm looking forward to my next live stream. I'm going to plan to come on here once a week at this point in time. So I'd love your feedback and your thoughts. Please drop a note below. Goodbye.